The borough of Brooklyn is the location for the Hawks. Limitless range only begins to describe the game of Trae Young. He'll lead the way for his team, looking to light it up from deep as they prepare to do battle inside Barclays Center. Hawks, Nets, just moments away right after this. Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. We take a look at the Hawks. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And of course, Brooklyn, they're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
Well, right now for the Hawks, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young is out there with Daniel. Then it's Okongwu. Then there's Reza Shea. And Gay is in at the 4 spot. And for the Nets, down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. D'Angelo Russell out there with Johnson. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. Reza Shea with it. He's guarded by Williams. And it's Reza Shea missing. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Now, here is Young. He had 25 points last game. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Had a chance to talk with head coach Jordy Fernandez. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
All right, thank you, David. Here's Young after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Daniels passes to Young. Inside, 5 to shoot, and again another assist.
Nobody has been a better floor general in the history of this franchise. Unparalleled vision.
And his name is now at the very top of the list in franchise assists. That's a record that might be in the books forever. Claxton, a screen on Young. Russell from long range sinks the 3-pointer. Russell's got 5 points so far.
Well, you got to chase him off the 3-point line and not let him get into that kind of rhythm as Russell knocks one in.
Pass to Okongwu. Now Reza Shea over Williams. And it's Reza Shea missing.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Young after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Here's Okongwu.
I would say that Trae Young's pick-and-roll game is fairly advanced for a player his age. What a treat to watch.
The Nets with the lead.
Timeout.
As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the team scoring leaders. Number 5, the Hawks.
And how about the year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Johnson, the pass to Claxton. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Daniels. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Keon Johnson.
Dyson Daniels, when he steps onto the court, he's got a hunger to make an impact, and he's trying to put his team in position to win.
It's his first trip to the line.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And he can't get the first one. So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck in middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
Johnson, the pass to Russell. Doesn't go for him. Hawks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Here's Shea, and the 3 off target. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 1. And a miss there on the triple. Atlanta shooting it from their comfort zone so far in this one, 57% from the field. Shea with it. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. He gets it in there.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now here's Johnson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Outside, Russell fires the 3. Again, Russell missing. The Hawks leading by 3. Pass to Okongwu. Shea with it. Young for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Young's got 5.
Well, Trae Young's dangerous because he's got that confidence and he's ready to shoot anytime he gets it.
Johnson outside. Down low. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down hard.
He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. And it's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Okongwu kicks to Young. Pass to Daniel. 6 to shoot. Puts it up. Here's Gay. Off target at the rim.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, man, how about Johnson coming at you with some power to get the finish?
Russell against Young. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Gay. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And the first one at the line is good. Wilson, he's checked in for the Nets. And a switch here also for Atlanta. LeVert's checked in. So he gets them both. And Jordy Fernandez has called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
Get out of your seat. Come on, start making some noise. Come on, let's get it. For 3.
Well, a chance to check out some stats for Dyson Daniels.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Nets trail by 4. Johnson outside. Pass to Johnson. Outside, Russell. Over Young. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Johnson. And that's now 9 points for D'Angelo Russell.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now LeVert hits the jump hook.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
The Nets have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Outside Wilson. Pass to Claxton. Claxton a screen on Young. And it's Russell missing. The Hawks lead by 4. LeVert finds Young. To the inside. Daniels, no good. Brooklyn's gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Johnson goes in, misses from close range. Hawks have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Daniels passes to Okongwu. The kick out to Young. No good on the 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Johnson. Johnson sets the screen for Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Russell's got 11 points.
And look at Russell bringing the intensity. He's stronger now, willing to mix it up inside no matter who's on it.
Now here's LeVert. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Nets trail by 5. Russell passes to Johnson. Russell a screen on LeVert. Elbow shot is on the way. Okongwu grabs the board. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Nets. That one was played in Brooklyn.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
Here's Russell following the basket by Trae Young. Launches it. And D'Angelo Russell good for 3. He's got 14.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
On the wing, Daniels. 17 points for him last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And they have a narrow edge here in rebounding early on, and you wonder what kind of a role that's going to play moving forward.
Now, here is Russell. Claxton sets the screen for Russell. No good on the triple. Atlanta leading by 4. And here's Daniels. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game. Here's the screen. Bounce pass LeVert.
And all around Brad, LeVert is skilled at sizing up defenses and exploiting them in that pick and roll.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game, for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder.
Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Johnson with a screen on Young. Russell kicks to Johnson. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the paint. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And now it's a 10-point Atlanta lead. Nets shooting 47% here so far. Russell finds Johnson. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. The Nets shooting their first free throw of the game.
Shooting for Brooklyn. Cameron Johnson. Got the line. One shot.
What's up?
And the technical free throw is good. So for the Nets, Aaron Sharp, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Williams comes in for Johnson. And Lewis subbed in for Russell. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Sharp, the pass to Wilson. Nets passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Williams from outside. Rebound by the Hawks.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pass to LeVert. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Johnson. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We come back right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
Williams is out there with Lewis. Then it's Sharp, and it's Wilson in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
LeVert against Williams. And it's LeVert missing. Nets trail by 9. Lewis outside. Back to Williams. The Nets need to get a shot off here.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Atlanta leading by 7. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. They get it back. Now, Reza Shea. 9-point game his last outing. Buries it down low. Reza Shea's got 6 points.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Now, here's Sean. Still yet to score. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And now, a look at the teams leading the NBA in steals since the All-Star break. The Hawks second.
You know, the defense has been frenetic, and it seems like they're gaining momentum as the season wears on. I mean, they're forcing a lot of turnovers.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Martin's checked in. Here's Krejci. 11 points for him in that last game against Dallas. It's LeVert with the drive, and it's in there. LeVert's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Martin the screen. Lewis, right side, outside Williams. Pass to Sharp. 5 on the clock. And too long on the shot.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Barlow. The putback. Lewis grabs the board. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Williams. Krejci with the rebound. Outside for Martin. Lewis on the way. Back to Martin. From deep, Williams. That one misses. 3 shots, all come up empty. LeVert up top. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Krejci. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. And the Hawks lead by 14.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Lewis outside, trying to get something going. And the Nets miss again.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Here's Barlow, defended by Sharp. Fades and shoots. That one goes in. 8 points for Reza Shea.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Pass to Clowney. Martin kicks to Lewis. To the middle. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And he gets the bucket.
There are only 2 players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Reza Shea with it. He's got 8. There's a good screen over Lewis. And it's Reza Shea missing.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Sharp. Tries again. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Every year, Craig, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Well, the most important event of the NBA calendar might be in June. And it's not the finals, but rather for so many teams, Brent, the NBA draft.
Well, Kevin, it's a chance for you to set the table for your franchise. What do you want to have for next year? What do you want to have 5 years from now? And so all the work that goes in, the scouting, the intel work, to build up a team where you are making the steps and taking strides to become a championship caliber team, that stuff starts at the NBA draft.
And Jordy Fernandez has called a timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy.
Everyone, I needed to get loud in here for your Hornets.
Brendan Watford's checked in for Sharp.
From the Brooklyn Nets.
Here's Martin. No scoring in this one. Pass to Johnson. Shoots. Kept alive. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Claxton.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Young looking it over. Rebound, Brooklyn, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
Well, maybe they went into that game thinking rebounding not something they needed to focus on. They absolutely did.
Now here's LeVert. 14 points from him the last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
The Hawks have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
He's off on the first.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And he sinks the second. Nets trail by 12. Watford passes to Claxton. Pass to Johnson. Out to the right wing. Nets passing it around. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Lewis. Takes it off the glass. Lewis has got 4 points this quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Pass to Young. Here's Gay. Claxton covering. Martin against LeVert. Now here is Martin. Scoreless thus far. To the paint. Here's Watford. Off the mark. Had a chance to trim it to single digits. Takes a step back. LeVert. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. LeVert's got 9.
And it's clear that LeVert has tons of confidence, especially in his ability to drain jumpers.
Pass to Watford. Screen by Claxton. Inside. And Claxton throws it down.
Ooh, a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Now, here is Young. 9 points in the game so far. A floater. The rebound by Watford. Nets trail by 10. Pass to Martin. Lewis outside. Here's Claxton. Watford with it. Defended by Young. Back to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. At one point, they led by 16. Here's Niang, covered by Johnson. Young outside. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Watford. Johnson outside. Traps in the tray. And now just a 5-point Hawks lead.
It just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Get loud, fans. On the court, your hype squad. Here we go, fans. It's time for DJ.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Williams is checked in for Lewis. Johnson comes in for Martin. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Trendon Watford. Here's Young. He's got 9. Down low. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Team seconds.
Atlanta shoot their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Williams. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Pass to Russell. Now Claxton. Russell dishes to Johnson. Outside Williams for 3. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back, let him try to find his range.
Rizachet with it. It's Young on the wing. High, arcing shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Young's got 11 points.
So tricky there with the floater and a nice touch from Trae Young.
Now, here's Johnson. Defense is right there. Pass to Johnson. Now Russell. The Nets working the ball around now. Johnson, the pass to Williams. 4 on the shot clock. Rebound, Atlanta. Okongwu's now got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Last outing for the Hawks, it was a loss to Dallas. Pass to Johnson. Claxton sets the screen for Russell. Connects from 3-point range. He's got 17.
Yeah, I love the play there from D'Lo. Uses the play, gets some space, and then knocks it down.
Young from outside. The rebound by the Nets.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
The Hawks leading by 3. Pass to Gay. 1:09 left here in the second. Takes the 13-footer. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Williams scanning the floor. Johnson sets the screen for Williams. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Nets trail by 5. Johnson outside. Back to Russell. We've got 22 seconds left now here in the second. And the basket by Johnson.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked. And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Young against Russell. Okongwu with a screen on Russell. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hawks lead 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. With Quinn Snyder, Coach, great offense in the first half. What made it possible?
I think we're executing pretty well. Moving them around a little bit with some fakes. And guys are just playing aggressive as much as anything. If we get a few more stops.
It's been good so far, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drum. They're thinking about the shot. Nice try. It's all good. Fans, let's hear it for our contestant. Well done.
Welcome to our 2K Sports Studio. The Brooklyn Nets find themselves in quite a battle here tonight.
You can't win playing passive at the offensive end. I mean, how many times did we see him at the free throw line?
Practically none. There were a few calls they thought should have gone their way, but you can't rely on the refs to bail you out. All right, and now that we are in the later stages of the season, here's how the standings are looking in the East.
When I look at the Nets, a month left in the season, we still don't get to know where they land. Playoffs, play-in, or Cancun. A lot of options on the table.
Man, I know which they prefer, but it's going to take some good play down the stretch to get it done.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been a clinic out there with D'Angelo Russell.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Brooklyn trailing. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Trae Young. Also, Daniels out there. Okongwu is out there with Rizeshe. And Gay is in at the 4. Now, here is Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Claxton is screen on Young. They get the rebound. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got it all tied up now for the Nets.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
Here's Rizeshe after the basket by Brooklyn. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. A nice shot by Young.
Man, we see this from Trey often, his ability to take over games with his scoring.
Young's gone 6 of 14 on the night. And one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game. And Trae doing a good job exploring, trying to find those soft spots in the defense.
Johnson outside. To the inside. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. And let's go real fast to the rookie leaderboard. These are the rookies shooting the highest percentage from the floor this season. Zachary Rizachet, 4th.
He's scoring and finishing at a very high level. I mean, playing within himself offensively and being very discerning with his shot selection.
Pass to Daniels. Russell against Young. Okongwu with a screen on Johnson. Daniels with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Rizachet with it. Okongwu trying to break free. And it's Rizachet missing. Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Claxton sets the screen for Russell. Johnson outside. Williams in the post, defended by Young. Yes, that goes in. And 12 points for Nick Claxton.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Pass to Gay. Rizachet with it. Okongwu with a screen on Williams. Here's Rizachet. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Gay. Offline with his 3. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. For the lead. And it's Daniels with the rebound. The Hawks shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that. Pass to Young. Back to Daniels. Okongwu a screen. Daniels dishes to Okongwu. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Okongwu's now got 6.
A snappy pass there from Daniels. He knows moving the ball well is a big part of why he's got court time.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordy Fernandez. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
It's time for the dance stand. Oh, you know how this goes. You get on the big screen if you shit with your mama gave you.
And checking out the numbers for Johnson. Breaking down his play since the All-Star break. He's averaging 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Pass to Johnson. Claxton against Okongwu. Just 5 on the clock. There's Russell with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Russell's got 5 points now this quarter.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
Daniels with it, covered by Johnson. And they call an illegal screen here.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Okongwu. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. 5th in rebounding, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's so explosive, so hungry. You really can't keep him off the glass when he wants to get there. That's why he's top 5 in rebounding. Outside Williams. Back to Johnson. And here's Russell. He's got 25 over Young. And he nails the jumper. Now it's a 3-point Nets lead.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Back to Young. Okongwu with a screen on Russell. Pass to Okongwu. That one, no good. Nets leading by 3. Johnson surveying the floor. Going inside.
First personal foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nets.
I mean, they've been stepping it up in terms of their shooting from distance, and the confidence has been there all game long, leaving the defense to scramble.
And you want to talk about ball distribution. They've been dominating that aspect of the game. I think there's a bunch of bankers out there. They're dropping dime after dime.
And that one falls for Johnson. He's off on the second. The Hawks trail by 4. Here's Rizeshe. He's got 10. Okongwu with a screen on Johnson. The Hawks again can't hit.
Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Johnson, the pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And you love the selfless attitude right there from Johnson. Nice feed to the open man.
Hawks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Now, here's Okongwu. He's got 6. Hawks passing it around. Here's Young, and there's the drive. Banked in off the glass. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
Trae Young has such good handle and creates so much space for himself, and he can get to the rim.
Pass to Johnson. Outside Williams. Johnson down low. Misses in close. The Hawks trail by 4. Rizeshe with it. Okongwu with the screen for Rizeshe. To the middle. The kick out to Young. Here's Gay. Here's Rizeshe. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
Russell passes to Claxton. And here is Johnson. Russell feeling it out a bit. Johnson with a screen on Young. There's Russell with the 3. Rebound Atlanta. Okongwu's now got his 8th rebound here tonight. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
That free throw good from Young.
You have to love Trae Young's relentlessness on the floor. His focus, just giving the game 100% of himself and not messing around in any regard.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Clowney's checked in, and it's Wilson in for Williams. And then for Atlanta, Krejci's checked in, and it's LeVert in for Daniels.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Lewis passes to Claxton. Outside Wilson from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Nets lead by 3.
And not where he earns his money, that three-point shot. But he's a good shooter from that range if he's got space.
Pass to Krejci. Down low. Here's LeVert. Lewis grabs the board. Brooklyn leading by 3. Inside. Here's Claxton. LeVert grabs the miss. LeVert's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now, here is Young. 19 points in the game. Okongwu down low. Lewis on him. Claxton comes with the double team. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. LeVert against Lewis. Pass to Russell. Over to the left wing. Out of hand on it. Here's Krejci. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Now here's Lewis. Claxton sets the screen for Lewis. And the Nets miss again. The Hawks trailing. To the paint. Here's Gay. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Gay's got 10 points.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Outside Russell. Jacks up a 3. Rebound by the Hawks. At one point they led by 16. LeVert against Russell. LeVert the pass to Okongwu. Launches a 3. And it's LeVert missing.
They're close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Young against Russell. Pass to Lewis. Back to Russell. Now Claxton. And Claxton throws it down. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a 1-point game. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to talk to his guys. Martin's checked in for the Nets. Now we see the league's top assist team since All-Star. They've been displaying some great teamwork. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
Clearly, this group's on the same page offensively, and the chemistry continues to improve as well. The assist totals off the charts.
.129 left to play in the third. Matthews scanning the floor. Aston Yang down to 5 on the shot clock. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Brooklyn's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Now Martin. He has yet to score. And Claxton throws it down.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. For Brooklyn, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Second team foul. At the line, Nicholas Claxton. At the line 1 time.
And that one falls for Claxton. The Hawks trail by 4. And here's LeVert. 11 points in the game. Shot from 16. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Now here's Wilson. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. By himself, flushes it down to finish the break.
And you can see the importance of that steal. Really a 4-point swing with the conversion at the other end.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Martin kicks to Wilson. Good, nice job down low. Wilson's got 5. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. LeVert against Martin. LeVert with it. He's got 13. There's the pick. The 3. Doesn't go that time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nets out in front, up 2. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
Let's go.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Lewis. He's out there with Martin. Wilson out there with Sharp. And it's Clowney in at power forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Lewis. Karis LeVert unable to get his last shot to go.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First team foul. At the line, Lewis. At the line 2 times.
First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Lewis. And so LeVert will bring it up for the Hawks. Pass to Krejci. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 5 assists in the game. LeVert against Martin. Here's Clowney to the middle. Looking for Sharp, and he gets it there. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Nets lead by 4.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Niang finds LeVert.
Martin.
The Nets making a switch here. Watford's checked in.
Coming out on the floor for your Knicks. Number 9, Trendon Watford.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Barlow passes to Niang. There's the pick. Shot clock at 5. Powered down after the the assist led him into the lane.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Pass to Wilson. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Back to Watford. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over LeVert. The shot by Watford, no good. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started.
His third personal foul, team seconds. Shooting for Atlanta, the Krejci. At the line with 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. Whitehead's checked in for Martin. And it's tied up with that one. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Here's Watford. LeVert defending. Pass to Clowney. Shoots over Niang. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Nets lead by 2. And so it's Atlanta with it. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Now, here's LeVert. Covered by Watford. Good. LeVert's got the game tied up here for Atlanta.
Due to that aggressive style of play on the offensive end, LeVert is kind of just used to contact at this point.
Watford with it. LeVert defending. They set the pick. Down low. Stolen away. Here's Krejci to the inside. Niang. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
All the officials are all over that one.
Shooting for Atlanta, George Niang. 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
No good on that one. Cameron Johnson's checked in for Brooklyn. Trae Young, he's checked in for the Hawks. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Big trip to the line. He did not get all of them, but at least they hold the lead now.
Here's Watford, defended by Young. Now Watford. The Nets working the ball around now. Pass to Clowney. Looking for Sharp, and he gets it there. From deep, Johnson. The rebound by Niang. Niang's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Young. Here's Barlow. Niang finds LeVert. Off target from outside. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Watford passes to Sharp. Johnson outside. It's good from long range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
So it's Atlanta now, following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. And it's LeVert missing.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
I'm not sure, but that could be a game-changing miss. He wanted that bad. Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Krejci passes to Young. Plenty of space. And that one swishes right in. Young's got 10 points in just the second half.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
LeVert against Wilson. A floater. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 4 points this quarter.
And the gracefulness with which LeVert shoots the basketball. He makes that tricky floater look easy.
Pass to Wilson. Here's Clowney. Now Sharp. Watford with it. Three-pointer. Rebounded by the Hawks. Niang's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Young passes to Niang. Second chance shot, and it's good on the way in. And the Hawks lead by 1. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Pass to Clowney. Johnson with it. Now, here's Sharp. Back to Johnson. The shot. Trae Young grabs the miss. The Hawks have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
Inside, here's Clowney, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's LeVert, and timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. Now, Coach told his guys it's not over until it's over. He asked them to stay sharp out there and to keep fighting. If we lose this, it's on us, he said. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Nets on defense. They lead by 1. Pass to Rizichet. A fader. Fires from deep. Gay's shot is good. And the Hawks lead by 2. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Johnson outside. There's Russell with the 3. Gay with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
To the middle. Rizichet with it, working on Williams. And it's Rizichet missing. The Nets have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Johnson, the pass to Russell. Johnson attacking. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Johnson with a screen on Young. Hands it from downtown. Russell's got 30.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Pass to Rizachet. Here is Daniels. He's guarded by Johnson. To the paint and taken away by Johnson. Russell against Young. Russell kicks to Johnson. And here's Russell. Claxton sets the screen for Russell. Down low. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton. At the line, 2 times.
And that one falls for Claxton.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
Daniels kicks to Young. There's the triple. Buries it from three-point range. Young's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
Attention fans.
Here's Williams. Claxton with it. Outside Russell. On the wing Williams. 5 to shoot. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. Over Rizachet. A shot by Williams, no good. The Hawks leading. Here's Rizachet. Pass to Okongwu. Here's Gay. 3-pointer, Daniels. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Man, if Daniels is hitting that, it really opens up the offense.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Kicks it out to Johnson. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. To Johnson. 5 on the clock. Good. The nice assist for Williams. Johnson's got 9 points here in the second half. Young against Russell. Young outside. Johnson with the block.
Terrific defensive effort by Johnson. Outstanding timing on the block.
Williams kicks to Johnson. Here's Russell. Claxton trying to free himself up. Russell, no luck. Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Young against Russell. Young's shot is off. Brooklyn's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Now, here is Russell. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Johnson. Kicks it out to Johnson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Here's Young. It's in!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your next youth team. And it's time to get up and get loud.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Russell embracing the contact that time and wants to get his way to the free throw
The line. D'Angelo Russell stepping the line with 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that brings them within 2. And so Russell hits them both.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
And he commits the intentional foul.
14.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's an intentional foul.
Personal foul. Team's 5th foul. At the line for the Hawks. Troy Young, 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Big-time free throws there. That could be the difference. It forces them now into a 3-point attempt.
Got it! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Well, the teammates are fired up, and so is D'Lo.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
At the line with 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game. 16 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
Nah, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
His 3rd personal foul. At the line for the Hawks. 2 shots.
Good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. 5 seconds left in the game. hustle from deep three-point territory. Misses the shot. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
And that's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have bucked at the end, with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Trey, leadership is such a key part of that point guard position, so what do you focus on with that?
I'm a big guy and good in team chemistry, so any chance I can, go bowling, hang out with these guys, build chemistry, and I think that's where it starts, is off the court, because that translates on.
Yeah, you guys look like a tight-knit group right now, man. Congrats on the win. Kevin?
Much appreciated, David. And